Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm as the first speaker from government team. Under the motion, this House would abolish primary and middle school years that group children based on age and instead group them by competency and intelligence. So we as a government define this motion as we want to abolish primary and middle school, which is junior high school or senior high school that based on age, but choose by seeing them from the competency and intelligence itself. Because of that, what is the problem that happen right now? We can see the status quo. There are a lot of class tutor in one class is from a different age. In the tutoring class is learning about every kind of subject matter that you can get to in a school. But actually, in the status quo that happen right now, there are a lot of that different people age is more understanding by learning it on the tutor class. Next, a lot of people who in teenage is more competency and intelligence than the adult. Next, a lot of people with a special title or a good bachelor but not have a good skill on place that they work. Because of that problem, our solution as government is, it's very simple, ladies and gentlemen. We agree with the motion that we want to abolish it, which is the primary and middle school years that group children based on age instead group them by competency and intelligence. Because of that, of course, our goals is very good for every people. What is that? Our goal is we want a better future for every people. We want to give them a very comfortable for their future. We want them to not spend a useless time for learning not unclear subject, right? So what kind of tutoring class in here? We give you some mechanism, ladies and gentlemen. Tutoring class, is it a formal tutoring class? What kind of tutoring class I mentioned in here is who every people can join it from a different age. Tutoring about every subject, math, history, or a language. And then let's move to my argument. The first example is, it is good and best way for making good future. Yes, what I say so because it more help both of the company and the people. I mean the company is every place that the people who want to work. We choose the company or the place to work is choose and seeing it from the intelligence and capacity so they can work as good, right? It is have a very good benefit for the company. Just see the intelligence score by test. A lot of people with bachelor just actually, and like what I say in my status quo, there are a lot of people who have a good special title or a good bachelor but not working in a place based on their skill. So because of that, a lot of people with bachelor just actually can't do very well at the work that they choose. Let me give you some example for it, ladies and gentlemen. A company want to choose every regression for their company. Every company must be one have a very good regression for their work, so it will got very much benefit for them, both of them, right? So they can make this company, they can make their own test based on the work, so they will got a right worker instead just got zone by good bachelor not based on their skill. By seeing the school's history, bachelor, but that doesn't mean they can do as well their work, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, right? The status quo that happened, it is very fact and showing us how not effective actually this kind of many years of schools like senior or junior high school, which is grouping it with same age. You can see from the capacity, from the intelligence, from the competency, so it will be a better future for them, both of them, the company and the people too. And then let's move to my second argument, which is the last argument, ladies and gentlemen. What is my last argument? There is no need to spend more time for years in middle school. We spend more than 9 years from elementary school, then the junior high school, then the senior high school, just by studying about the same subject. Why I say this is the same subject? Because actually in that more than 9 years to study something that actually repeated from elementary school, right? So with this motion, which is we want to abolish the primary and middle school years that group children based on age and instead group them by competency and intelligence. So they don't have to learning it again in the junior or senior high school. They just go on learning the hardest, right? So it is better for them to understanding and can go to place to work that they want. With this motion, it is very effective. Why I say this is very effective? Because we see right now we just studying how hard the math without with a level, but in the years we just forgetting it and got more difficult. Let's think about it, ladies and gentlemen. You grouping the children based on their age, but that will more difficult when you command those children to studying a hard mathematics, for example, right? So it is very effective if you grouping it based on their intelligence and capacity, so they will more understanding the subject math, right? Because we can see too that right now we just studying how hard the math with level, but in years we just forgetting it and got more difficult. That's why I say it just spent a useless time for 9 years, even more, ladies and gentlemen. So let me give you some example. We learn math from elementary school, but it's just easy math, right? Because you grouping it with the age, not with capacity, not with intelligence. In years ago, it will learn again more difficult, but sometimes we just see the oval math with it because just forgot from many matters. So it's very effective. Just go on teach everything from the easier to the hardest, and they can also be better for understanding it, and of course it's better for their future too, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm very proud being government. I think that's all from me. Thank you.